Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gotcha Reviews. I am Spencer Gotchis, and this is Knives Out. Knives Out, directed by Rian Johnson, is a whodunit for the ages, with a stacked cast of Toni Collette, Daniel Craig, Michael Shannon, Christopher Plummer, Captain America, Lakeith Stanfield, and many, many others. This movie takes the old formula of a classic murder mystery whodunit film and updates it for modern audiences without losing the old charm of those old whodunits like Clue. Rian does not waste a single moment getting to the mystery of this film, with the death of Christopher Plummer's character happening at the very top of this film. Walking into this movie, I thought I knew exactly what I was getting into, but this script offers so many unexpected twists and turns that I was on the edge of my seat the whole movie, just wondering how he was going to change the old formula even further. But at the same time, giving me exactly what I wanted from a classic whodunit. From the very start of this film, it feels like an old Agatha Christie novel with a series of interviews that introduces you to everybody in this cast. This is brilliantly done because right from the start of this movie, the audience can start trying to piece it together, and that is exactly what I did. As soon as they started introducing the characters and giving you these little visual cues, I started trying to piece it together. And this is exactly what a whodunit film should do to an audience. It should make you feel like you are part of the mystery. You are part of the crew that is trying to solve it. And this movie does that brilliantly. Even the house in this movie, where most of the action takes place, feels like a clue board with winding hallways, secret passageways, and beautiful set design. And before I go any further, I just want to address Daniel Craig in this movie because I'm not even sure he was in the same movie that everybody else was in. While everybody else in this movie basically plays a regular human being of modern times, Daniel Craig's character is ripped straight out of like a late 1800s mystery novel. The way he carries himself, the way that he speaks, it's just so funny, the lines that he says and the way he carries himself. Like, if you've seen the trailer, you get a little bit of that. Like, he's sitting back in a chair with a big cigar in his hand. He's like, I suspect foul play. But if you think about the story as an old mystery novel, he fits right in. And that is kind of the genius of how Rian Johnson wrote this film. The reason I say that is because the way that Rian Johnson wrote this movie, I would say about the midway point, I didn't even know if I was watching a whodunit film to begin with. But don't worry, it is a whodunit film, and when it all wraps together, I was so enthralled at how he told this story because it is such a unique viewpoint to take on this story. This story is just so unique that I just have to applaud him for that. And I don't know why I didn't expect that, because this is what Rian Johnson does. He gives very unique versions of movies that you've seen before. Looking at his past filmography, he does it all the time, like Looper,